Melbourne. A city known for its coffee culture, sports, fashion, and vibrant art scene. But beyond the mainstream galleries and polished exhibitions lies an underground world and artistic heartbeat. Pulsing through narrow alleyways and forgotten backstreets, it's here hidden from the surface that Melbourne tells a different story. One made not of brushstrokes on a canvas, but of murals painted on bricks, pipes, garage doors, and aged concrete. Welcome to the hidden murals of Melbourne's laneways. These laneways are more than shortcuts or gritty back alleys. They are open-air galleries, chaotic, raw, and unapologetically alive. They hold the spirit of a city that dares to speak through color, through protest, through imagination. Each mural is a message. Some shout, others whisper. All invite us to look closer, think deeper, and see differently. To understand the power of Melbourne's hidden murals, we must travel back to the 1970s and 80s. Back then, graffiti was not considered art, it was vandalism. Street artists were chased, fined, even arrested. But the streets had a message that couldn't be silenced. Inspired by the explosion of hip-hop and street art in New York, young Melburnians took to the walls with spray cans. They tagged, painted, and created in defiance. In doing so, they laid the foundation for what would become one of the world's most respected street art scenes. Over the years, local councils, particularly in the city of Melbourne, began to shift their view. Instead of scrubbing away murals, they started preserving them. And slowly, those back alleys became destinations, living museums where art evolves in real time. If there's one laneway that has become the soul of Melbourne's mural movement, it's Hosier Lane. Tucked across from Federation Square, Hosier is a visual explosion. Every inch of wall is covered layer upon layer of paint, stickers, posters, and political statements. No surface is untouched. No theme is off limits. Capturing everything from pixelated video game characters to portraits of cultural icons, feminist slogans to abstract dreamscapes. But Hosier isn't just for show. It's a space where artists experiment, protest, and celebrate. A mural here might last weeks or just hours, painted over in the eternal cycle of street art renewal. One day you might find a mural honoring an indigenous elder, the next, a tribute to a lost musician. Then overnight, an explosion of color and chaos where both are gone. Hosier is alive, and like all living things, it constantly changes. While Hosier Lane draws the crowds, it's in the lesser-known laneways where some of the most captivating murals lie. A CDC Lane, once known simply for honoring the iconic Aussie band, now hosts a rotating cast of street art masterpieces. The laneway's electric energy is matched by works that blend punk, pop culture, and raw attitude. Union Lane is another gem, narrow and vertical, with walls that stretch like skyscrapers of spray paint. Here, artists take risks. Abstract forms twist into human faces. Political satire bleeds into surreal dreamscapes. Union Lane feels like a secret passed down from artist to artist. Blender Lane, Duckboard Place, Pressgrave Place, each with its own vibe. Some are curated spaces supported by artist collectives. Others are spontaneous, where the only rule is expression. It's in these hidden spots that you see the heart of Melbourne's art culture. Art that isn't made to sell, but to share. Not framed behind glass, but laid bare on concrete walls for anyone and everyone to experience. Every mural has a voice behind it, a mind that imagined, a hand that created. Melbourne's laneways are shaped by both local and international street artists who come to the city to leave their mark. There's Roan, famous for his haunting portraits of women that blend beauty and decay. Adnit, whose towering murals often celebrate indigenous culture and faces that tell forgotten stories. Lush Sucks, the controversial provocateur who fuses internet memes with biting political satire. But not all artists seek fame. Many work under aliases or anonymously. To them, it's not about recognition, it's about message. Identity is replaced with imagery. Names are lost to allow the art to speak louder. Women and non-binary artists are also making waves, reshaping the narrative of what street art looks like. Murals now celebrate feminist themes, climate activism, mental health, and cultural pride. The laneways are not just canvases, they are voices for the voiceless. Melbourne's hidden murals are not just beautiful, they are powerful tools of protest. In moments of crisis, the walls become loudspeakers for resistance. During the 2019 to 2020 bushfires, murals appeared overnight mourning the destruction and demanding climate action. In 2020, the Black Lives Matter movement inspired a wave of street art focused on racial justice, indigenous rights, and equality. The faces of George Floyd and David Dungay Jr. emerged on alley walls, painted in grief and anger and hope. COVID-19 brought new messages. Artists painted masked figures, health workers with halos, messages of unity, defiance, and fatigue. The city's isolation was recorded not in books, but in murals. Each stroke a record of how people felt, fought, and survived. In this way, the hidden murals are a pulse check on the city's soul. They are our public diary, written in color and cement. Despite growing acceptance, the battle between art and vandalism continues. Not all street art is welcome. Property owners argue over rights, city councils debate regulation versus creative freedom, and artists, many of whom work under cover of darkness, push back against control. Melbourne has attempted to walk the fine line. Some laneways are designated free walls, where artists are allowed to paint without penalty. Others remain contested spaces, spray-painted one night, scrubbed clean the next. This tension is part of what keeps the murals real. Street art was never meant to be safe. It was born in rebellion. The hidden murals of Melbourne exist in this balance between acceptance and resistance, preservation and impermanence. Part of the magic of these laneways lies in the small things. Beyond the giant murals, you'll find miniature sculptures wedged into cracks, QR codes that link to poems or artist bios, political stickers layered a dozen thick, messages scrawled in marker between bricks. Some murals interact with their surroundings. A painted figure might appear to climb a real drain pipe. A face peers from a cracked window. Tiger's paw slashes through an old door. The blending of art and environment creates illusions, surprises and moments of wonder for those who slow down and look close. Then there are the Easter eggs, recurring symbols. Hidden initials, secret tags, only frequent visitors or other artists catch them. These details create a quiet conversation between creators and those in the know. They make the laneways feel alive, breathing not just through color, but through layers of meaning. As Melbourne's murals gained global fame, they attracted more attention, both welcome and complex. Tourism boomed. Guided street art tours became popular. Social media helped turn obscure alleys into must-see attractions. While this brought recognition and income to many artists, it also commercialized a movement born in the shadows. Some argue the raw edge of the murals is being polished away. Art is being curated for Instagram, not impact. Yet many artists adapt. Some now create with the audience in mind, blending accessibility with authenticity. Others choose to retreat deeper into the city's veins, finding ever more hidden corners where the message can stay raw and real. What does the future hold for Melbourne's laneway murals? If the past is any guide, change is constant. Walls will continue to shift, to fade, to be reborn. New artists will rise. Themes will evolve. Technology may even merge with paint-augmented reality murals, interactive projections, AI-inspired designs. But the spirit will remain, a spirit of defiance, creativity, and community. Melbourne's murals will still speak when others are silent. They will challenge when others conform. They'll remember when others forget. Perhaps that's the greatest power of these hidden artworks. They're not locked in time. They grow with us, reflect us, and move us. In a world that can feel disconnected, the murals remind us that public space is shared space, that art belongs to all, that every wall holds a story waiting to be told. So next time you walk the streets of Melbourne, take a detour, wander a little off course, step into that narrow alley that doesn't look like much. Look up, look around, look closer. You're not just seeing paint. You're witnessing the city's soul. In its hidden murals, Melbourne confesses, rebels, dreams, and remembers. And for those willing to pause and truly sit, speaks.